Everyone, welcome to today's webinar all about Alpha Omega Q10. My name is Enver Keleszader. I am a clinical nutritionist and a doctoral researcher at the University of Wolverhampton, London. So, as I mentioned, today we're going to talk about Alpha Omega Q10, which is specifically needed for our proper functioning of our brain and the heart. Alpha Omega Q10 contains polyunsaturated fatty acids, lecithin, coenzyme Q10, betulin, and antioxidants to support the proper functioning of the cardiovascular system and promote brain activity and cells from aging. The effectiveness of the Alpha Omega Q10 complex is ensured not only by the correct proportion of polyunsaturated fatty acids, but also by the synergistic effect when combined with coenzyme Q10, betulin, and antioxidants. The Alpha Omega Q10 is recommended to improve brain performance, for prevention of cardiovascular diseases, to strengthen immunity, lower cholesterol levels, stabilization of blood pressure, slowing down the aging process, for those who are on diet or making diets such as avoidance diets for skin rejuvenation and increasing the body's adaptability. The composition of the Alpha Omega Q10, as I mentioned, is the biggest part of it is the omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids in it, which are derived from both animal sources, such as red fish, and vegetable sources, such as linseed oil. These substances are physiologically necessary as they are the most important components of the gray matter in the brain and the photoreceptor cells in the eye. Omega-3 is required for the normal functioning of the brain as it facilitates the fast transmission of impulses from neuron to neuron. This helps to significantly improve the mental abilities of even completely healthy individuals, and as well as to store and retrieve information more efficiently. Omega-3 also slows down the natural processes of collagen degradation in the skin and allowing the epidermis to maintain firmness and its elasticity. The other ingredients in the composition of the Alpha Omega Q10 is the antioxidants such as vitamin E, C, and beta-carotene, which help protect the body from the harmful oxidative effects of free radicals and protect cells from aging. We are continuing to the composition of the Alpha Omega Q10, which is the next ingredient is the lecithin. The lecithin is the main substance for the normal activity of brain cells and serves as one of the primary materials for the liver. A lack of lecithin can lead to poor health and cause conditions such as dementia, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and other nervous system diseases. And another ingredient in the composition of the Alpha Omega Q10 is the coenzyme Q10, which is the most important source of energy and helps to prolong life. The higher the concentration of coenzyme Q10, the slower our bodies get wear out. For example, the myocardium of people over 60 years of age contains 40 to 60% less coenzyme Q10 than the young people. Betulin is another active ingredient in our formulation, which is the active substance found in the birch bark extract. It restores cell membranes that are damaged by free radicals, prevents the development of mutating cells, and stops the aging process in the body. Betulin also normalizes metabolism and effectively contributes to the prevention of obesity. In addition, betulin helps the body adapt to adverse conditions such as stress and helps in overcoming the state of overtraining during high-intensity physical activities, thereby increasing our body's reserves. And I would like to share the clinical trial that we performed with the AlfaOmega-Q10. The aim of this clinical trial that we made was to evaluate the efficacy and safety of the dietary supplement AlfaOmega-Q10. The objectives of our study is to evaluate the effectiveness of the AlfaOmega-Q10 complex using both instrumental and laboratory research methods. The second objective of the clinical trial is to assess the clinical data using questionnaires and, of course, biochemical blood parameters of patients before taking the AlfaOmega-Q10 and 30 days after taking the AlfaOmega-Q10. And the third objective of our study is to determine the appropriate dosage of the AlfaOmega-Q10 complex for use in the rehabilitation after comorbid hypertensive conditions such as heart attacks and stroke. We included in our study patients aged 35 to 70 years of both sexes with various clinical manifestations of arterial hypertension and comorbid conditions, as well as the rehabilitation period after heart attacks and strokes. And we also recruited patients who have provided signed consent to participate in this study. Patients who are currently undergoing treatment with other drugs or have done so within 2 months prior to the beginning of the study were excluded from our study. Patients with decompensated and unstable concomitant diseases of the cardiovascular system, liver, kidneys, endocrine system, oncological diseases, diabetes mellitus, or systemic diseases of connective tissues are also not eligible to participate. Patients who have participated in any other study within the last 3 months also excluded, and patients who fail to appear for a checkup and examination after 30 days of taking the AlfaOmega-Q10 complex were excluded from this study. The dosage and method of administration of the AlfaOmega-Q10 in this study was to take intravenously twice a day with meals, and it was taken with 100 ml of water, and the trial was, as I mentioned, was for 30 days. Here is the most exciting part, that are the results that we obtained from this clinical trial. Basically, what we can see in this graph, to summarize to you, before taking the AlfaOmega-Q10, we have 83.2% reported weakness, 76.5% reported ringing in the air, and 56.7% reported dizziness. And after these people take AlfaOmega-Q10 for 30 days, the weakness score reduced down to 33.3 from massive reported score 83.2. And when we look at the parameter ringing in ears, it's reduced significantly from 76.5 down to 21%. And when we look at the dizziness scores, it's significantly reduced from 56.7% down to 23.3. So what we can see that there was like a massive drops in the symptoms after taking AlfaOmega-Q10 for just 30 days. And here, this graph demonstrates us the lipid parameters before and after 30 days of taking AlfaOmega-Q10 complex. Let's see. The first parameter is the low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, or shortly LDL cholesterol, which is known as like bad cholesterol. And let's see the scores. Before taking the AlfaOmega-Q10, it's reported to be 4.4, and after taking the AlfaOmega-Q10, it's reduced significantly down to 3.95. This is clinically very meaningful results, and is just achieved in 30 days. And the second parameter when we look at it is the HDLC, which is like high density lipoprotein cholesterol, or good cholesterol that we refer. And when we look at the values, Before taking the AlfaOmega-Q10, it is reported to be 0.87, and it is the good cholesterol increased up to 0.98 after just taking 30 days of AlfaOmega-Q10. And then we look at the total cholesterol levels. Before taking the AlfaOmega, the results are reported to be 6.31, and after 30 days of using AlfaOmega-Q10, it's reduced down to 5.01, which is a massive reduction. And here we have in this table, the blood pressure parameters before and after taking the AlfaOmega-Q10 complex. The systolic blood pressure is reduced from 159 down to 135, and the mean diastolic blood pressure reduced from 98 down to 83. These are significantly and clinically meaningful results just achieved in 30 days, which is not just affecting the blood lipid levels and the blood pressure, but these results that we achieved also improving the quality of the life of the patients. And here will be some recommendations from me to you that you can make some combinations with the AlfaOmega-Q10 complex. So from our product line, if you combine the 3D matrix with AlfaOmega-Q10, it can help you to further reduce joint inflammation and pain, and will enhance the absorption of and utilization of the glucosamine and the chondroitin, which is in the formulation of 3D matrix, and will slow down the progression of joint degeneration. If you combine Gepard with AlfaOmega-Q10, it will provide you additional support to your liver health and will help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the liver. If you combine K2D3 with AlfaOmega-Q10, it can further enhance the absorption and utilization of vitamin D3 and K2, which are the main two active ingredients in its formulation, and will help you further reducing inflammation, improving blood lipid profiles, reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and will further support your bone density. You can also combine the AlfaOmega-Q10 with ureprin, which will provide you a synergistic effect when used together in reducing the inflammation and provide additional support for the joint health. And if you combine with vitamin D, it will further support your optimal bone health, provide additional support for cardiovascular health, and create a synergistic effect in reducing inflammation and promote a healthy mood and overall mental well-being and enhance the overall health. So AlfaOmega-Q10 is a carefully manufactured product with using the best sources without any toxic materials in its formulation, and will help you to support your heart and brain health along with your mood, and with the possible synergistic effect with these product line products that I previously mentioned, will help you further enhance your health. Thank you very much for listening to me today, and wish you a wonderful day. Thank you.